Good afternoon, viewers. Good afternoon, doctor.
Good afternoon.
On our 21st episode of Continuous Awareness Program, today we shall educate ourselves on gallbladder stone, is the reason and the medical management. Generally we choose our topic after a lot of research and which is also very common in nature. We will ask all questions and we will take all questions from you, and also in the meantime if you have any questions you can ask us and we will try to address it now. Viewers, let me just give a small introduction of our consultant surgical gastroenterologist Dr. Kumar Parth. After completing his MBBS, Dr. Parth further did his super specialization in surgery from National Board. He pursued his PhD in the field of surgery from prestigious Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Bangalore. He has many fellowship degrees mainly in advanced laparoscopic surgery, advanced therapeutic endoscopy and colonectal surgery. Currently, he is heading the Department of Surgical Gastroenterology at Sagar Hospital, Kumaraswamy Layout. Doctor, to start with, what is gallbladder and what is the function of the gallbladder?
So gallbladder is a pear-shaped, is a pouch which is attached to your liver.
Okay.
Basically, bile comes from the liver. It gets generated in the liver.
Okay.
It flows down with a tube we call common bile duct or bile duct.
Okay.
Then it comes into the gallbladder to get concentrated. Part of the bile moves down in your bowel. So gallbladder basically stores your bile and keep it, store it, concentrate the bile. Moment you take food, the moment your food passes from the stomach, it gets mixed with the bile, the concentrated bile, which has been stored in the gallbladder.
So is this something like strain we use, when we make tea or coffee, the strainer we use that?
Definitely,
yeah?
Definitely. It's just a storage, it's just a pouch. It's not an organ, it's just a pouch. And bile helps in digestion of fatty food, mostly the fat-rich food.
So, what are the factors liable to formation of the gallbladder?
Yeah. There are a lot of factors, mostly are environmental, the dietary habit. So, most common cause, like earlier there was a dictum like fat age of 40 years, female and fertile group.
Okay.
But now the scenario has slightly changed. Now, in fact, young ages also we get gallstone. And most common, factors nowadays, what is predisposing is obesity. Yeah, increase in weight.
Okay.
Then there are some factors like medicines, and the most common medicines what has been documented is the use of estrogen. So there are few articles which shows like hormones typically when female they use, for the your contraceptive or as a medicinal use of hormone typically which contains estrogen. Then second most common drug which is implicating this gallstone formation are the lipid lowering agent we call atorvastatin, simvastatin, because this stagnant the movement of the gallbladder gets slowed down. So the bile stays for the more time, and the bile, what is bile? Basically it contains your cholesterol, your bile salts. So once it gets stored for a much amount of time, it starts crystallization, and how it forms a sludge, and sludge forms a stone.
What does it mean?
Means the bile salts with it forms a micelles with the cholesterol. We call micellization. It crystallizes and it forms a stone. So once you start forming a stone and gallbladder is not able to flush the bile in the below
properly.
Yeah. So one is a process now. So one by one you keep forming stones basically.
So generally we know that the patients say multiple stone, or the doctors generally, not the patient. The doctors say that multiple stones, or there is one stone and then it accumulates or something like that.
So basically gallstones are basically three types what we see. One is pure cholesterol stone. They are generally solitary large stone, and the color will be also slightly yellowish. Then second type of stone is pigmented stone. So how we call pigmented, because the cause of this stone is the blood product. I mean, if your conversion of your blood to a bile product is more, like typically in blood-borne disease like hemolytic anemia, you will have sickle cell anemia, thalassemia. There are some wherein typically those people they get this pigmented stone, mostly found in the young ages, because those diseases generally found in young ages, start from the early age group. Third stone is mixed stone, calcium, magnesium, phosphate. These are the content of the bile. And as I told you, the bile salts, that it becomes a lithogenic bile, means a stone forming bile.
Okay, okay.
So these are the stone which are multiple in number, the mixed stone.
Okay, okay.
So coming to like in India, hardly we get cholesterol stone, because mostly these type of stones are found in the Western world, where the intake of purely, I mean, diet habit is totally
It's
different.
yes.
Yeah, in our Indian scenario, we have a very good diet actually per se,
Balanced
like wheat,
diet,
wheat product, everything we take mixed. So generally we have mixed stone, and they are mostly multiple.
Okay.
Though we also get here, I mean, solitary stone.
So
but
you
it's rare.
have said 3 types of stone.
Yeah.
So you know, a single patient can have all the 3 types of stone, or it is rarely, or
in
is
Indian
generally?
scenario, I'll tell you, in Asian population, generally we get mixed stone.
Okay.
As I told you, because of that habit.
Uh-huh.
Generally, always a single stone can become a very large stone with a small multiple stone with some sludge. Sludge is a like thick, mucky like things.
Okay, okay, okay.
So how we get it?
Okay. So what are the symptoms of gallstone? That how any normal patient will know that he or she has a gallstone?
Yeah, almost 60 to 70% of the gallstone are asymptomatic, symptomless.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I have many patients who go for a master health checkup, get their scan done, and they come out with a gallstone,
Okay,
right?
okay.
But once it starts causing problem, or it becomes a symptomatic, the most common symptom will be a pain, the upper abdomen pain from the
Okay.
center to right side, which goes in the back. That's a typical symptom, most common.
If you have a picture, I could see that. Can you just show that where the gallstone can happen and
Yeah.
how it will look like?
So in this picture, you can see this is liver, right?
Right.
So gallbladder is attached to the liver,
Right.
inner surface of liver. Here you can see a tube which connects the
Yes.
bile duct. These are the bile duct, the right and left
Okay.
bile duct.
Okay.
It comes down, and here your gallbladder joins it.
Okay.
Right. Ultimately, it flows in the small bowel.
Okay.
Okay. You can see this duct is coming, and you
Right.
can see here the other duct. It is a
It's
pancreatic
going
duct,
up. Yes.
where the junction is a common junction.
Right.
So basically, moment if you have a stone, this part is lies in your right side, right upper part of body. So typically the patient will complain of center pain, center abdomen pain, as well as slightly right side.
Okay.
And because
okay.
the nerve supply comes from the back, so the pain radiates to back.
Okay. Okay.
Other common symptoms how the patient will present, like postprandial fullness. They will say the typical. They will say ki moment after meal I feel indigestion. I have fullness with vague discomfort. Not always. It not always have a severe pain. Then they will have lot of burps, or they will have acidic feeling we call biliary dyspepsia. So these are the most common, I mean, how the patient actually presents.
I have got a very interesting second question, rather, because the first question you have already answered
Okay.
About how to detect what are the reason of the gallbladder stone. The second is with one Mr. Nigal Sultana has written, with no symptoms, gallbladder stone had been identified in me 5 years back. Not yet taken any medicine for this, and I am not feeling the disease so far.
Oh yes, I have more than 100% in Bangalore, where on the master health checkup, or with a lady who is going for a pregnancy checkup sometimes, or any cause they had found to have gallstones. Yes,
About the
asymptomatic.
pregnancy, I have a question which I have received, which I'll answer, which I'll question you later.
Oh, definitely.
Ask you.
So asymptomatic, we call those are asymptomatic gallstone. Those stones are not causing any symptoms, right? And we don't touch it, and we just educate the patient, like whenever, I mean, it becomes symptomatic in the sense you have pain in the upper abdomen or right part of the abdomen which is going in the back, or postprandial, after eating meal you have fullness or discomfort, that day you approach us.
This is something that if we do not touch, or if you, as you just said, that we do not touch unless and until it pains.
Yeah.
Okay, so can that be taken shape of other ways like cancerous or something? if
Yeah.
you are-
So as per international guidelines, any gallstone more than 1.5 centimeter is to be taken out, not a stone. I mean gallbladder, because the chances of cancer in that group who have got 1.5 or above size of a stone, the chances of cancer are just 2% higher than the normal population.
Okay,
I'm not saying
okay.
that person is going to have cancer, but like me
It's
or like
always
him,
better.
he is 2% higher. He has 2% higher chances of getting a gallbladder cancer. Other scenario I'll tell you, in our typical eastern and northern belt, the Ganges belt,
Correct.
like the Bengal, UP, Bihar, those areas. There was a study from SGPGI Lucknow. I mean, those area have got a maximum highest number of gallbladder cancer.
What could be the reason?
Yeah, it's like Ganges. I mean the area which are lying near the Ganges, they call
Gangetic river.
presence of selenium. There are a lot of literature. So I mean in whole India we have the highest population of gallbladder cancer, the number of cancers which are coming from that area. So
Okay.
in fact now other recommendation to remove a asymptomatic gallstone if that person belongs to those area.
So, so how, if the person is not having any pain or anything as the person has asked, so how do you,
Okay.
what do you suggest to him?
Recommendation is yearly ultrasound. That's all. And don't do anything. We are not, she is not a candidate for surgery. Just a watchful expectancy and every year ultrasound, check the size of the gallstone. Anytime these symptoms which I have described, if it starts, then she is a candidate for surgery, otherwise no.
Okay.
A simple follow-up is enough.
Okay, no medication also is required.
There is no medications till now to dissolve gallstone.
Okay.
There are scenarios, the papers are there which shows like a pure cholesterol stone. If in a start of in early phase of start like a small stone can be dissolved with certain medicines called ursodeoxycholic acid. That also not proven, but yeah, in the pure cholesterol stone. But the thing is, like in the Asian population, as I mentioned earlier, we have a mixed type
Because
of stone.
of the food habits.
Yeah, and
all,
mixed type of stones. There, those medicine doesn't work.
Okay. Okay.
So you go what either allopathic or any other division of medicine. Till now, in my 15-year career, I have not seen a gallstone getting dissolved.
Okay.
So it is asymptomatic. Leave it.
Is there any age for that, or any age it can happen?
Nowadays there is no criteria. It can happen. As I told you, early ages generally in sickle cell anemia, the hemolytic disease, we have a pigmented stone. So that form in early age. Generally the age where we see the gallbladder starts from the 30 to 50.
Okay.
Most common age group is
Okay.
above 30.
Okay. So, when you said, when I was discussing with you in the morning today, you said that you do not remove the stone, you remove the entire gallbladder.
Yeah.
So, what happens when you remove the entire gallbladder and not the stone alone? So, how that time it functions? Because now, in a very common person, I said that whether the gallbladder, work of the gallbladder is like a strainer that, it strains. So after that, removal of the gallbladder, how it functions?
Yeah. So first of all, we are removing the gallbladder for an indication, right? Already it is packed with stone. So already the function has gone by 70 to 80%. So only hardly 20% it is able. It's concentrating the bile. So moment we remove the gallbladder, because the bile flows from the liver, is just a pouch to store the bile.
Right.
So the body acclimatizes itself within. So what we tell after surgery, 10 days or 2 weeks you should have not oil rich food, not fatty food, and your body acclimatized to that bile.
Okay,
Because already
okay.
bile, how much bile you were producing earlier, now again you are producing the same bile.
Right.
It's just a little bit concentrating power because your gallbladder is not functional.
Right.
It has got lot of stones, it is packed, so we don't know whether really some bile is flowing there or not. So till date, I have not seen any patient getting any problem with it. It's a very common question, like my digestion will get affected. No, you have whatever your normal bile, it is still flowing in your bowel, and you will have a normal digestion. There is no affection.
What are the other complications of gallstone?
Yeah. So gallbladder, as I'll show this picture again. So you can see here, gallbladder stone itself can block the neck of the gallbladder. The gallbladder get distended, the stagnant bile can get infected. You have infection in the gallbladder.
Okay.
It can form a pus, it can rupture, right? We call empyema gallbladder, a pus-filled gallbladder.
Okay.
Now suppose I showed you that this bile ducts are coming from the liver, right? The gallbladder joins here. If your stone slips down in the bile duct, if it blocks the bile duct, the bile will not able to flow from the liver and it can lead to jaundice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and suppose this stone comes down, you can see the lower part
Yeah.
where the pancreatic duct and the
Yeah,
bile duct
it
join
joins together,
in
yeah.
a common channel. It's called ampulla. If by chance this stone comes down and blocks this ampulla, then your bile duct also will get blocked, and unfortunately your pancreatic duct also get blocked. This we call biliary pancreatitis. It's a very severe condition.
Severe one,
Yeah, it's a kind of emergency which requires a therapeutic endoscopy to remove this stone
Okay,
and
okay.
ultimately removal of the gallbladder.
Okay. Okay.
But sometimes this can be a fatal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened, like, if after the gallbladder, removal, our body adjust to that. So if the person is coming for any other surgery, and if he said that, once you are open, you remove the gallbladder also. So does the patient come like that?
Means we have gone for some other surgery and we remove the gallbladder.
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
to say.
yeah.
Generally, if you are other
To
indications,
avoid any further.
yeah. So yeah, we take a proper consent. Sometimes this happen, like a patient for a hernia, they also have a gallstone, right? Though it's asymptomatic, but we are going with a laparoscopic to repair the hernia.
Right.
Same time we take a consent. If patient wish, then we remove the gallbladder.
Okay. What are the types of surgery now available, and how the patient will know that whether the gallstone now requires for a surgery?
Yeah, definitely. As I mentioned earlier, when the gallstone become symptomatic, it has started causing pain, or whether it has led to jaundice, or whether it has led to pancreatitis. That time definitely we suggest for removal of the gallbladder. Many times question comes like, can't we remove only stones?
Yeah.
So
I was about to ask that.
Yeah, so I'll just give a simple example. Like, gallbladder is not a flushing organ. Like, people always ask me, like, I had a kidney stone. When I had taken, it came out of itself, and my doctor also removed the stone, right? But thing is, like, kidney is a flushing organ. You drink lot of water, you start flushing, and you can remove your stones, right? And if you take a proper precautions, stone will not happen. But gallbladder, the composition is different. It's a jelly bile, and it's not a flushing organ. So, the trial have been done. Europe, in fact, US, that they opened the gallbladder, they removed the stones. Again sew the gallbladder. But again, it was seen like within 6 months, again patient formed the new stone, because once the patient forms a stone, it becomes a lithogenic bile. And other thing, the lining of the gallbladder get disrupted. So very soon they form a stone again. So, and other complications also had been seen. So worldwide, now internationally and as well as in India, everywhere, the gold standard is to remove the gallbladder in toto, not the gallstone. Now the gold standard surgery for a gallbladder removal is laparoscopic surgery, the keyhole surgery, what we do. So what we do, like,
so you don't open nowadays?
No. Very, very rarely. If it is a very plastic, if it is a very acute infection, if it is totally jammed gallbladder, if we can't see, because we work with the sticks, right, in laparoscopic keyhole. So if we need a tactile things like to see the gallbladder, if we can't separate the gallbladder bed, or it's a difficult anatomy, that time we open and it's a big cut then. So in laparoscopy, what I was telling you, so it's a very safe surgery. We just make a 3-5 mm holes, right? And we remove the gallbladder, we put in a bag, and we take out from the one of the port. Okay. Now other question generally patient ask, like how many days I'll become all right. Those are basic question. Okay. So in my department, like, patient comes in the morning, goes in the evening, and
it's a daycare.
It's a daycare. Make their own tea in the evening, and watch TV in the home.
Oh my God!
It's a now daycare surgery.
Okay.
Yes.
That's really, really advanced because
Yeah.
I remember in our childhood days it was completely, for 3 months bed rest and complete open, and it was a big surgery at that time. Another questions from Mr. Sen, who has written how to avoid stone.
Yeah. Once you have formed a stone,
No, how to avoid? Is there any way that the
that's
stone
a simple
formation
way.
will not happen?
Yeah. So it's just as simple. Avoid oil-rich food. Avoid junk food. Take a proper meal. Take a divider. Don't fill your stomach full. Take lot of vegetables. Take lot of fruits. Right. And that's all. Not everybody will form a stone. It's like, yeah, you should not. I mean, you should keep your body fit. You should not be obese. I mean, your BMI should be maintained. Basically, to avoid obesity and take a healthy food, avoid oil-rich fried food.
Okay, okay. So is this that only the junk food and the lifestyle management which is leading to stone, or is there any other reason?
Mostly. As I
Mostly
told you,
that.
apart from you leave that pigmented stone because of
Right.
some hematological disorder. Otherwise, these are generally lifestyle which lead to
Okay.
formation. And one disease which is very common is diabetes, where the contraction of the gallbladder slows down. We call diabetes affects from the stomach. We call gastroparesis, coloparesis. The same like the diabetic population, almost 40% of the population, they are prone to form a gallstone.
So as we do this awareness program every week. Now it looks like that diabetes is the mother of so many diseases.
Definitely. I mean, because and other thing, one other indication when we remove the asymptomatic gallstone, where the patient is diabetic more than 50 years, that is strong indication is whether patient had pain or whether he didn't pain. It is internationally advisable to remove the gallbladder, because the grade of infection and severity will not be known to the patient because of low immunity.
Okay, okay. I have actually received a few questions in last 4-5 days. As we had also informed that today we will be discussing about the gallstone. There is one person by name Deepak from Hyderabad who has written that, does digestion get affected after the removal of gallbladder?
No, as I told, because when we remove the gallbladder is already packed with the stone, so hardly any bile is flowing in your gallbladder, and bile is coming from the liver. It goes in the bowel. After removal of the bowel, I mean, just for 1 or 2 weeks, we tell to avoid oil-rich food. Then we resume the patient to his normal diet, and no digestion affected, because as much as amount of bile which was coming earlier, same bile is in your body. So it
How was
doesn't
the
affect.
alcohol intake and all this? Is there any
It's-
restriction on that?
It's ideally, as a doctor, I should not say you should take alcohol, but
Yeah.
yeah, first 2 weeks we tell to avoid. Then if a person is like occasional alcohol take is permitted.
Okay. The next one, very interestingly, I got from Trichy by name Shruti. I was diagnosed with gallbladder stone and had pancreatitis, which got resolved with medications. Now 3 months down, no fresh complaints. Should I get my gallbladder removed?
Oh yes, I explained that how pancreatitis happened with the
Yeah,
gallstone.
yeah.
The stone slip in the pancreatic duct. So right now what is been recommended is any gallstone which has led to pancreatitis, it should be addressed within 48 to 72 hours. I mean,
Okay.
if there is stone in the pancreatic duct, that requires a ERCP, endoscopic removal of the stone, as well as removal of the gallbladder in the same sitting within 72 hours.
Okay.
Once suppose patient present after 72 hours, or if the patient subsides with that conservative line of treatment, as because we know the causative part, the culprit is gallbladder, so she should always be removed. So I recommend the cautionary that she should get her gallbladder removed as soon as
To
possible.
consult the doctor immediately.
Yeah, so that the next attack of pancreatitis should
Okay.
not be there.
Again, I think you have already addressed, but then the person has sent a question, so I should read it. Vinay from Bangalore. Is there any medicine to dissolve gallstone?
Till now there is no medicine to dissolve gallstone, and
Because I think there is generally the people say that there are alternative medicine available which dissolve gallstone.
no, everybody want to avoid surgery, unfortunately, even I also. But Unfortunately, we don't have any such medicine to dissolve gallbladder. There is no proven literature worldwide. There is no literature to say that this medicine was taken for such a month or year, and after again a scan was done where the patient was free of gallstone. There is nothing. We are in the world of evidence-based medicine. We are not in the world of like my relative had taken and the gallstone has gone. Not like that. I mean, it's a in a favor of patient only. The fact should be fact, so that should not be entertained. Just a simple wastage of money and the
time as well, precious time.
and the complication can happen.
And you know, as I was telling you that I got a very interesting question which I'll ask you later. She's from Bangalore. I'm not mentioning the name. I'm currently 4 weeks pregnant and have been detected with multiple gallstone. What should I do now?
Yeah, this one of the other indication to remove the gallbladder is a lady who is planning a pregnancy, or we have detected a gallstone in the first trimester of pregnancy. Because once you have a gallstone, because of estrogen, high amount of estrogen, the chances of getting gallbladder stone formation more, I mean that happens more, and also the chances of infection are there. Till now I had almost 6 to 7 patients who have lost their pregnancy. They had a very acute.
Actually, she mentioned that early to pregnancy she has a miscarriage.
Yeah, so it is strongly.
So what could be the reason for the miscarriage? Is there any relation between this and this?
There are a lot of other causes, but in my patient which I mentioned in last couple of years, 3 patients, they had acute cholecystitis, and that was in the last trimester where you have a gravid uterus. You don't have work to space. Ultimately, you go and do surgery, but that's again a risk for the womb, the baby inside, as well as for the mother. So recommendation is, if you best is when you are planning for a pregnancy, if you have a gallstone, better to get it removed. If you get detected with gallstone, the best is the first trimester where you can go the same laparoscopic surgery, and it is very safe.
It's safe?
It's safe in the first trimester.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have gone in the second also. I mean, rarely. I mean, I remember 4 years before we have gone in the end part, not fully end, but yeah, it's a quite gravid and it is very hectic surgery because you have no room to operate. So we have operated in second trimester also, but the best is first trimester. Before clearing, you should get it removed.
So what happens, you know, if you know, now the lady said that she was only 4 weeks. So is the stone can even form later?
Already she is having a stone.
No, I said that now you said that the surgery, you know, the laparoscopic surgery is safe.
Yeah.
What happens, you know, if on a later part of the pregnancy, if they develop the stone?
Later part of generally you will have to carry on and have to wait and watch because you don't have room to operate.
Even the laparoscopic is not possible?
Till second trimester we have done it.
Okay.
But sometimes in third trimester, though we can do it, is not like, but sometimes because during laparoscopic surgery we place the patient up, supine up, and lot of positional change which happens. And also we create a pneumoperitoneum. We put lot of air in the abdomen so that we have a room to operate.
Okay. Okay.
So there will be operating difficulty. And
does it affect the baby?
Last trimester also you have pressure inside, so that can compress the uterus to to contract. So early delivery can happen. So that's why.
No, you know, does it affect the baby?
It does not affect the baby, but it affects the uterus. The contraction part and those things it can happen early pregnancy or those things.
But the baby will be a healthy baby only?
Baby generally healthy. Even though we go for surgery, generally it doesn't affect the surgery.
Because it's something, you know, I haven't heard of, that, you know, the pregnancy and the gallbladder stone. So I'm sure that this is not a very common one. It happens very rarely.
Yeah. I was telling you, last week only we operated that lady. She had 2 miscarriages and she had undergone, I operated. I removed the gallbladder. Okay. And because second pregnancy she had a very acute infection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, your, you know, a bit of taken, so that the leaving message for the viewers, that if you want to say something.
Leaving asymptomatic gallstone less than 1.5 centimeter should have a regular follow-up, yearly follow-up, and generally we don't remove the gallbladder. Any gallbladder which is symptomatic, which is causing pain in the typical upper and right abdomen, you have pain, better
Should immediately consult the-
better to get it removed as soon as possible. The gold standard is laparoscopic approach, which is a very safe surgery, and it's a daycare surgery now. You come morning in the hospital, you go evening nicely walking. And other thing, gallbladder once the question was what are the complications. So pancreatitis or whatever the complication, any patient, who in a lifetime had a complication due to gallbladder stone should get removed the gallbladder. And we can't remove the stone. I mean, even though we remove, again the chances of stone formation
so
are very
to
high.
remove the gallbladder.
Yeah, there is no alternate medicine to dissolve the gallbladder.
Very important.
It is always like, if it is asymptomatic, don't touch it. If it is symptomatic, remove the gallbladder. Don't keep wasting money on the medicines, because it's not proven anywhere in the world.
Thank you, viewers. I'm sure that you'll get benefited out of that, and you can also at the same time can educate any of your family members or your neighbors, and if you see that this kind of symptoms are occurring, you can tell them that the medical management and all this, and you can reach out to us. In the meantime, please subscribe to our Facebook page, Sagar Hospitals India. Next Thursday, we will be discussing about fibroids. Again, is very common, generally again in the female, I understand. So you can keep on sending your questions to us, and at the same time our senior gynae consultant will address all your questions. And if you want an appointment with Dr. Kumar Parth, please call us at 080-4299-999, or you can send your questions to us at infobsk@sagarhospitals.in. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.